Hey, buddy. You being nice today? Look at you. Hey, you're getting more and more brave, aren't you? Good job. It's about 30 feet deep in there. Must be pretty close, huh, Sim? It's getting close. We're gonna need a couple extra feet to wrap. Sim, can you give us some? We'll have to run our first strand on the long side. We have to clear through all of this brush and this old fallen oak tree just to get to the existing fence line back there by Sim and Steve.
A foot and a half.
And the puppies.
Just to reach it. Okay, I'm there. I'm just gonna exit it.
On every post, Tim, just go over. Oh, that's huge skink.
He comes towards me. Gosh, this is a tangle of stuff. Oh my goodness.
If you're going to be trying to keep goats in, you need many strands of barbed wire or mix electric wire with it. And we may still do that, but maybe electric here and electric here would be really nice. Right now, they can squeeze through this. The other night, we had that lane leading them from their sleeping quarters to here, lined with some temporary fencing and electric fencing. They were all in here. 15 minutes later, even the calf was out. So the calf is not aggressive and he has no reason to try to leave. He must have just seen the other one squeeze out, and I guess he just squeezed out through here. So for now, almost all 11 of the animals are back here. It's going to be cool to see how well they tackle this pile. An old pecan tree fell. It fell in this direction. And so all of this is like the root ball and the hole. And things have just grown up over it over the years because I never could take good care of it back when my grandparents were living here. And I burned on the tree itself on the other side of this leafy pile many times for probably the last, I don't know, 7 years. So it will be cool to see how well they eat this up. So we need to add more strands here before we can know for sure that they'll stay, and that's what I'm working on now. I'm trying to put another strand down here. They ate a lot all around the bottom. You can almost see through and through now. Hey, stop fighting. A couple of those suckers got out the other day. Fred, the crazy pygmy. Nubs, the twin boy. Christmas Carol, the girl sheep, and the other twin boy, Travis. They got out, and I found hair on that bottom rung of barbed wire. It's lower now than it used to be. It used to be about 1.5 inches higher than it is. Basically, yeah, this high. So here's the span of my hand. They got on their bellies and crawled out over there day before yesterday. And I had the electric line higher than it is now, so I put it a little lower, and I went around on that side and made that bottom barbed wire closer to the ground by 1.5 inches or so. And I just got all of them back in except the new sheep. She's just extra cautious. The other new sheep is right there. The other new sheep is right there, and the baby ram, he was born this spring. He's new, but he's much more social than the other 2 sheep are. So now they're all in here except her and Domino, the big black La Mancha. He cut his eye open. I don't know how, so he's got one eye. The other one's just hanging in there dead. It's probably gonna cause infection or something crazy. But he's in there for now. Eventually we'll find a way to get him over here. Gonna probably have to lasso him and maybe just tap his backside with a stick to get him 80 yards over here. So all I have left for this is to tighten this top strand and make a proper gate. But we have electricity over there, we have electricity down here, and I will buy more barbed wire and put the strands to make these gaps smaller. But besides that, I think they're in here pretty well secured now, so it's a big relief. Life lesson: do all the research you can and then do some more research and try to be prepared before you take on a big project. So I thought we were okay. I thought, hey, we'll build, which was this pen right here. We broke it in half and use it as their shelter now. My dad helped us build that. We thought, hey, they'll live in that for a little while, connect it to the lawnmower shed, and then we'll buy electric fencing. So we did all of that in a fairly short time, but I had no idea how weak this electric shock box from Tractor Supply was at 0.13 joules. I didn't know you could go up to multiple joules, like 8. I don't know if that's solar powered or if that's the plug-in kind only, but that's hot enough to burn the grass, according to Mr. Greg Judy. It'll burn the grass, then the grass will be dry, and then it can't short out your fence anymore. So this is not even close to that. So they didn't care. After about 2 weeks, the electric fence meant almost nothing to half of them, and they just kept getting out, eating the house plants in the patio and in the flower bed. They pushed it open. Dirty, rotten scoundrels. They just pushed it open and found a way out. Oh, they stomped on it. Huh. Still, huh? I guess they just stepped over it. Golly, man. So yeah, 99% done back here, and we're really glad. It's a big relief. So make sure you know everything you need to know, like how strong a fence should be to shock goats and keep their stubbornness in. How high, that was another problem. We weren't high enough. The poles you normally get that stick into the ground, they're only about 3.5 feet high. Not even close for some goats, not even close to keep them in. So we didn't know these things. It ended up being a problem for us for about 2 months, trying to figure out what to do. So the boys have been helping me put all these posts in the ground and run the wire. It's been so hot, even in September and October, in the 90s every day until recently. So it's been tough. But now we have this. We'll divide this in half and let them only chew on half at a time. That way the grass can grow to its better stage. And then we'll add on to this. We'll make this same amount right here, and then we'll have 4 quadrants. We'll have 4 sections, and we can rotate them for now. So not my dream of rotating them all around and eating all this tall grass, but at least they'll have rotation, and they'll be contained. So, oh, the other thing was these goats and sheep just roamed all day in the owner's yard and went into a shed to sleep at night. And so they were used to roaming, and so suddenly having them pinned into an electric fence was not what they were used to. That was another problem. So, all right, hopefully this helps. If you were considering keeping goats or even sheep are a little easier, but the goats gave us most of the trouble. So take care. Thanks for watching SERVi Homestead, battling mosquitoes. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Au revoir. Stop scratching yourself on my fence. Move. I'm trying to work here. She has cloudy eyes, so she doesn't know what she's doing half the time. Mary, what you doing?